So if you haven't heard by now, SpaceFlight Simulator is coming out and it's going to be 3D. That's right, we've moved from 2 dimensions to 3 dimensions, and in this video, I want to talk to you about everything I've been able to find crawling through the forum posts, Discord, various websites on this that have been released, have been leaked, etc. And while I'm talking about what we do and do not know so far, I put together some images that I think make up some missions that have been done that are the basis of what these leaks and releases are for, so you can get an idea of what a mission might look like in the game. And I will talk a little bit about that as well. And you can definitely check out some other videos I've made recently, which I'll have a link at the end of the video, that also show you some additional photos and video, because it's all absolutely insanely amazing. So let's get started. So first thing we know is that SpaceFlight Simulator 2 is going to be in 3D, that it's going to apparently have a pricing structure similar to SpaceFlight Simulator, which is that on mobile, you will get the game, the core game, for free, but there will be paid DLC upgrades. And I suspect that'll be things like you might get the Earth and the Moon, Mars, Venus kind of thing. But then if you want Jupiter or Saturn or Pluto or whatever else, those will be paid extensions. Like it was similar, and then there'll be some part packs, etc. Whereas if you're playing on PC or Mac, those games will come out at a price tag. You'll pay for the game, you'll get pretty much everything. At first, there won't necessarily be the whole entire system, but as upgrades come out, you will get those, and then modding will be supported. There's currently talk or discussion on if it's going to be unsupported in terms of you make a mod, you add it to the game, or if we're going to be using something like the Steam Workshop, which then has it where modders would upgrade to the Steam Workshop, and the Steam Workshop would then handle all the mods and installing them, etc. So there's still a little bit of word on if that's going to happen or not, but we do know that there's 120 parts in the game. So far, looking at the photos, I think I've counted about 35 parts. Although I suspect there are probably some color variations in there, so I might be double counting some parts. But again, as we can see here, there are a lot of parts in the game. They're designed, and you can sort of see that there's a very black and white gray motif to this. So I'm hopeful that once we see what the 120 parts are, and we get some feedback from the development team as to what their future plans could be, modders are going to be able to fill in the blanks, stuff like maybe a Soviet program, because I don't see anything Soviet yet in the release. So there's a lot of stuff that could be done in the modding world to add to what looks like a very sort of North American centric design of rockets, in terms of what we see so far, in addition to all the crazy stuff that we want to add that's futuristic or sci-fi or whatever. We do know that mod support's coming. We do know that there's going to be day-night transitions, and we do know that things that we don't know, however, is like, number one, I have no idea how they got this rover to the moon or assembled it on the moon or however it did it. I have not seen any fairlings, payloads, cargo bays, etc. It's still not completely clear if the rockets are going to be similar to SpaceFlight Simulator, completely static objects within themselves, or if they're going to have wobble or some sort of part dynamics that you saw in, like, say, KSP. We do know that there is re-entry heating, but what we don't know is if the heat shields are going to have a blade of material, or are they going to be similar to like SpaceFlight Simulator 1, where they heat up and they just simply have a higher heat tolerance. We do know that there's fuel in the astronaut, but we don't really know what other sort of, solid fuels, liquid fuels, other sort of components. Is there going to be an electrical system? Is there going to be a communication device? So I'm hoping that those will come out soon. But for right now, this is what we know. These are the photos we have, the video. And if you have questions or whatnot, or more than I know, let me know in the comments below. And yes, this is currently available on Steam. So that's it I have so far. Thanks for watching, and yeah, we'll see you in the next video.